thought today was a great win. It's nice to come back after break and have a game where everybody gets on the court and is able to produce and contribute to a win. And want to thank Colby-Sawyer. They're a really well-coached team, and they came in and executed their sets and had some really good shooters. And this was a great game for us to get ready in preparation to play Brown on Saturday.
You said right there, everyone played. I think 12 players scored. I guess, what does it mean to kind of be able to empty the bench like that, give a bunch of people minutes that maybe aren't playing? I guess, how does that boost morale going into how you play?
Yeah, I think if you speak to the leaders in the program, they'll tell you that their goal every day that they step on the court is to make sure that their teammates get an opportunity to be on the court. So they've got to take care of business, so that opens opportunity for other players to get on the court. But today was about making sure that we were competitive the whole game, and we tried to execute a certain game plan, and we tried to execute our sets. And so anybody coming in off the bench was able to come in and not miss a step, just like Sierra came in and was able to knock down shots and get steals, and she was just our engine today. And so this is the time and the opportunity for players that aren't normally in our regular rotation to get into our rotation, right? Like in practice, sometimes it's hard because you're going up against your teammates, and you're also on the scout team. But in games like this, when we're able to really watch film and evaluate and assess, these are the games that help players get on the court.
Sierra, for you, I think 2 steals today. I think 18 across the board for the team, forced 26 total turnovers. Just defensively, what was kind of the game plan going in, and then how does this going into the Brown game on Saturday kind of just the outlook?
Yeah, well, I think no matter what, it was like the thought was to come in today, work on us, and just that energy. And we know we can't at least execute mostly on offense, but defense is our main focus. So coming in, energy, making sure we're all on the same page on what defense, anything like that. Just really come in, give it your all, no matter, especially everybody playing. That's a huge part of it, making sure everyone can contribute.
Victoria, for you, I'm curious, just with coming off the loss to Syracuse, but kind of with the break, what is that, obviously as a veteran in the locker room with so many newcomers like we kind of talked about so far, November and December, how much does that reset kind of afford that group, but also how do you kind of talk about getting everyone back up to speed for conference play starting?
Yeah, I think a lot of people took the time to reset and recharge, and that break with family really just kind of rejuvenated everybody. We've had a few good practices. We had the energy up, and like I said, a big chunk of our team, it's our first time playing, Ivy League teams, and so it's a lot of excitement surrounded around this upcoming weekend and, the next few months, and we're back into classes soon. We're back into the swing of things, so just keeping the energy up and empowering even just the excitement that we all have for this season and keeping that consistent.
Is there something unique, I guess, about being able to kind of, it is almost football-esque the next 3 weeks, being able to prep for one team over a course of 6-7 days? I mean, what does that kind of look like? I know Brown is a little bit different, but then afterward, those 2 more away games.
I'm excited, honestly, because you really get to spend the week and focus in, and this is where kind of more the, technicalities come out, and you can see where our IQ comes through and where we can execute and say, hey, this is what we put on the scout. I mean, it's happened all year. We've had great scouts all year, and it was on us to execute. So I think that's just going to kind of illuminate going forward, and the practices that we have to continue to stack days.
Coach, for you, what's kind of the mindset of being able to throw out so many different lineup formations, maybe stuff you haven't used in games earlier this year, and then also maybe with the pace of play, it felt a little faster today, kind of getting the rebound, pushing up the floor. I think it was 18 transition points. They didn't have any. I guess can you just talk a little bit about both of those?
Yeah, sure. For us, we gave them 6 days off for Christmas because we had a hard stretch before Christmas. We had 5 games in 10 days, and then we were on the road for a week straight. So we wanted to get the cobwebs off today, and this was a great game that we scheduled right in before conference play starts to get ready and to focus on us, like Sierra said. Our goal today was not to allow transition points. And so to hear you say they had no fast break points, that's music to my ears, because that's something that we're going to focus in on Saturday is our transition defense. So that was one of our areas for focus today. Also, we have our rotation, our regular rotation in and out. But the one thing that you'll find with our staff is that we're not afraid to make adjustments when we need to. And it's like you feed the hot hand, you feed who's getting it done on the court. And I think the culture of our program is that the players understand that, and they're all about it. They're not, we always say it's amazing how much you can accomplish if no one cares who gets the credit. And so for us, it's about like, who's hot, who do we need to go to? Are we going inside today? Are our guards going to get looks today? And so like you look at somebody like Alexandra, doesn't do anything flashy, is a blue collar player, but then you look at her stat sheet and then you say, oh, she had 4 steals and no turnovers today. That's the type of players that we have that, you might not notice them like in terms of being flashy on the court, but then you look at their box score and you see that they filled it up in a good way, So I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to be deeper in different positions that we may not have been last year. And, truthfully, Sierra has been one player who, in big moments has really made her presence felt, especially in practice. And so we're trying to get her into the lineup more, and you'll see more of her in conference play.
I guess this is for all 3 of you, but Coach, you just talked about the culture, impressing that upon the group. That 08-09 banner hangs right at kind of above midcourt. How much, if at all, does maybe the teams kind of programs run a form of late over maybe the past decade and a half weigh on and motivate the group heading into Ivy League play, especially in Coach Cimino's first or second year?
Well, Coach Sim always says it's not about us, it's always the name across our chest. And I think if we just keep that mindset, we'll go so much further. It's not just one person, we're a team, and we couldn't be where we are today without the people who have came before us.
Yeah, I second that, and you really said it perfectly. And I think it was something, back a few years ago that I got recruited on as mine on 18. So, and Sims says it all the time. Is just, every game we step to, we know we prepare to win, and it just comes down obviously to us in execution. And whether that looks like a banner now or a banner in the next few years, we keep laying the foundation, and those strides are going to continue to be made.
For us, it's about the moment, being in the moment and enjoying the journey as we're on it, and not looking towards a destination. And so it's just doing the little things, and the little things will add up to the big things, and then you'll reap the success along the way if you do the little things the right way. How you do anything is how you do everything. And so these are the things that we're trying to instill in our program.